From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Evans. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to Sharp. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll run on first down. It's Evans. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. At the Colts 46-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down. 4 down. Pass him. Pass him.
2nd and 5. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 34-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. We got 4. We got 4. 61. Match box. Right. No. Zoom. Go. Hey, I need one over here.
Looking to throw. Calhoun. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 2nd and 4. He's got his man Sharp complete, but he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Set, ready. Hey, come on. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 9 now. Throw left side complete. That's Terry. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Terry. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
Double dog, that's the way. Trade him up. Mike's 42. I'm here all day. Watch twist.
Second and 2. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Calhoun. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Watch the run, go. Mike's 4-2. Hey, I'm coming after you. Go. Mike 42. I got one. 42, somebody go.
Looking to throw. Calhoun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
General West.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown as his guys are in for 6. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
They're not still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check 13. Check 13. Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
On first down, Calhoun taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Taz here. 42's the Mike. Here it's it. Here I come. Here I come. Mike 42. Mike.
To throw again. Calhoun. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, it's Evans. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. He'll try and throw for it here. And able to find Dorsett. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
Back to throw. Calhoun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. You better bring it.
Looking to throw. Calhoun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Mike 42. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike 42.
On 4th down, Calhoun. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Go. Mike 42.
On 1st and 10, Calhoun. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Calhoun. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm here all day.
Sam off.
Check 37, check 37.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, let's go.
Second and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Delta.
Check 43.
They'll set up a throw. Going for Metcalf into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Calhoun. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, 42, Mike 42. Watch a slant, watch a slant.
Back to throw. Calhoun. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They're going to try and throw.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Calhoun. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 26. Throwing on 1st down. Calhoun. That's Samuel. Caught left side. That's a gain of 13. 1st down Rams. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Calhoun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Calhoun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
he wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
It's going to be a long day.
Hey, Zoo. Back. Go. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find Metcalf. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Quick to edge.
Rock it. Leo. Hey, Charlie.
Tighten up.
Beat them.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Ready.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, box drop.
Check three. Watch the safety creep.
Hey, wahoo. Down.
They'll look to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. Darren Lee, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, lock it. Switch. Hey, exit. Hey, get it.
Now back to throw. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And big problems there. They'll say this crossed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And an update from a game going on out in Denver. The Broncos, they're continuing to pour it on. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Calhoun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Look at me, zipper.
55, Mike.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. DK Metcalf, 77 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, Mb6 42. Come to my world. We won't. Come to my world. Chest. Go. Check 99. Heads.
Back to the air on second down. Calhoun. That's complete to Sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Back at the 37-yard line.
Second and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
36-yard line.
2nd and 11. Throw left side complete. It's Terry. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Terry. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now Zerline on and the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to throw. Calhoun. He's got his man Sharp, complete. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Calhoun. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Carlson on for the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Colts Rams 17.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Back to throw. Calhoun. Open man is Samuel. Complete. 30. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play that time for the Colts. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his man. It's Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
24 is the mic. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Hey, Sam off.
2nd and 2. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
Mike 42.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
and he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Calhoun. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw on 3rd down, Calhoun. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Smooth. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Go.
54.
On the ball. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go. 50. Plant. Drop. Rock it.
Come on, QB.
They'll drop the throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Terry. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Hey, Alpha.
39-yard line.
Kill.
2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Slam. 25. Check.
Hey, Delta.
25. Showing it. Kill.
Hit it.
Kill.
He'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion.